Hi, welcome to Concordia On-Air. I'm Lennon Stavi.
And I'm Anna Buin.
And on today's episode...
In the news, an arson had occurred on Concordia property.
In sport, good old basketball.
On A&E, platonic speed dating.
All that and more on today's Concordia On Air.
Well, Anna, it's the second semester. It's the sequel, perhaps, to Concordia On-Air 1, which is the first semester.
Part 2.
How are you feeling?
I'm feeling good. You know, we're starting it off with a really cold air, day, and so it's nice to be inside.
Yeah. You can only go up from here.
Right, yeah. So it's
sort of like about the start of the second
better.
semester. It's terrible at the beginning, but you go up.
That's true. So, yeah, it's good. It's going to be a busy semester, but it's okay. This is here and wonderful people, good cast. So
Right. How are classes?
They're good. I have 3 classes and an internship.
Very nice. So what's the internship for?
Make-A-Wish, North Dakota.
That's right, yes. Have you made any wishes? Or what is the...
What is the internship?
Yeah, I don't know if you make wishes, perhaps.
Well, I will. I'm the Communication and Special Events intern.
Okay.
And tomorrow I'm taking volunteer training to grant wishes.
Ooh.
So I will be assigned a wish kid, and I will figure out their ultimate wish and then help grant it.
Very cool.
Yeah.
Very cool.
How are you? What are you doing this semester?
Okay, so do you want me to give you a rundown of the classes?
Let's do it. Yeah.
Okay. Number 1, film and literature. So we're going to be directing a film that we adapt from literature. So it's going to be crazy amount of work, but it's going to be super fun.
Wow.
It's going to be like a 10 to 12 minute, and then we're going to show it in the Fargo Theater.
Ooh.
Yep. And actually the professor is retiring, so we're going to have a blowout career retrospective with like her film and then like best film from like the whole class. It's going to be
When will that be?
I think the showing is late April.
That's awesome.
Yep.
Very cool.
Yep. And then I just have a bunch of like writing classes because I'm an English writing major.
Right. You don't have a science in there, like biology?
I don't.
Okay.
I have been kind of avoiding taking my science.
It's going to be a tough one.
Yeah.
You going to wait till second semester senior year?
Yeah.
Okay.
Probably
We'll just slip it in there. And
Yeah, I mean...
Can't drop it then.
Exactly, yeah. Pressure's on. I always do better under pressure, so I feel like having all those required classes
Might as well.
that I can't drop, it will be fun.
You'll do well.
Yeah, but fun in the way that if I drop them or don't do well, I cannot graduate. So
Well, let's avoid that.
yeah.
Let's avoid that. Oh, good.
Yeah.
So, and then you're on SGA executive team.
Yes, I am chief of operations still. That is very fun.
They didn't get you out of there?
They
veto
didn't
you out?
impeach me. No, I heard rumors, but heard whispers.
Got close, okay.
But I think those whispers got squelched.
Sounds like a blast.
Yeah.
It's going to be a good one.
Yes. Well, it has been good catching up, and I wish you the best during this sequel, and I wish me the best too. Because let's not forget who this is all about. No, I'm just kidding. Let's wrap this up, and let's go to news.
Hi, I'm Erin.
And I'm Andrew.
Last Saturday, crew held the Fall Bash that took place beside Prexy's Pond. Free hot chocolate that was inexplicably delicious, and chocolate chip cookies. There were a variety of yard games, and to top it off, a live band. The band name is For the One, and it featured Concordia's very own Jennifer Komisky-Horek, Andrew Harasager, and Eli Simonson. Overall, the Fall Bash was an afternoon where people could come and go as they pleased to get some free food, some good games, and some of their friends, and to listen to some good music.
Following up on a story we brought to you a few weeks back, The house fire that occurred on the northwest corner of campus has been determined to have been arson. Late on the night of September 25th, witnesses reported seeing fireworks going off above the house before a fire started. Fire crews were called to the house to battle flames, but it was a total loss. Thankfully, no one was living in the Concordia-owned house at the time of the fire, and the college planned to demolish it in the future. The situation is still under investigation.
A Moorhead woman faces a felony charge of first-degree arson after allegedly telling authorities that she started her house on fire last month because her ex-boyfriend would not come home. A detective learned from the ex-boyfriend that he and Thompson bought the house together 6 or 7 years before. He said that after he and Thompson talked that night, she sent him messages that she said she would be burning down the house. Thompson's bail was set at $20,000 cash or bond without conditions for release. She remains in the Clay County Jail as of Tuesday evening, jail staff said.
Moorhead native and cobber Ryan Vesdahl will be competing in this Friday's episode of Jeopardy! The 2014 Concordia graduate currently works in Minneapolis as a catastrophe model analyst for a reinsurance broker and was one of only about 300 contestants selected out of almost 80,000 to participate in this year's season. Vesdahl says he's always had a love for trivia and enjoyed competing and knowledgeable while at Moorhead High School. If you would like to watch the episode, it will air at 5 p.m. on Friday on KXJB TV.
Following the massive data breach, Google announced that it would be shutting down its social network Google Plus for consumers. In light of the newly released security concerns with Google Plus API, the company has opted to put it out of its misery over the next 10 months, rather than try and make the social network more secure. The company has made the decision that Google Plus is better suited as an internal social network for companies rather than a consumer product.
Over the past week, the 2018 Nobel Prize winners were announced. Included in them were many prizes for economics, medicine, and physics, as well as a mix of male and female winners. However, one winner who sticks out is Donna Strickland, who received an award in physics for her work with pulsed lasers. This distinction makes Strickland the third woman ever to win a Nobel Prize in physics, following behind Marie Curie and Maria Gephardt-Mayer, who won 60 years ago. This achievement serves as a reminder that although the equality of female representation in certain fields has improved over the years, there is still a long way to come.
Thank you. We are here with Mr. Danny Hausman.
Hello.
To talk to us about Marketing Club.
Yes.
Thank you for being here.
Of course, yes. I am the president of Marketing Club this year.
Yes, so tell us all about it. Give us the rundown of
yes.
the entire organization.
Okay, well, it's a lot. But the Marketing Club, we are actually going through some restructuring right now, but the biggest thing we're doing right now is we are now offering marketing consultations to any student organization that is interested.
Ooh.
So we will give free marketing advice that can include poster design, social media campaigns, word of mouth, any kind of publicity or promotion thing, or even if you want to like restructure your organization, kind of come up with some strategic goals for yourself, we can help in that regard as well. So we really do anything. So that's the one of our big things we're focusing on. The second thing is we're doing a big personal branding summit on March 16th. So we are in the midst of planning for that. We actually have a speaker lined up. It's not confirmed yet, so I probably shouldn't say who it is, but it's going to be a pretty big name, I will say.
Yeah,
so
nice.
Be looking out for that.
Very cool, very cool. Give us a history.
Yes.
Give us the origins of the Marketing Club.
Oh, well, okay. Well,
Or the origins of Danny.
Okay, I could give both. They're two very different things.
Two threads then.
Yeah, they interweave at some point.
Yeah.
But I started the I did not start the Marketing Club. I started with the Marketing Club my sophomore year, so that was in 2017, the spring of 2017. Yeah. And at that point, we were primarily doing some guest speakers and things like that. We did site visits as well, which we also will be continuing to do. So I started just as a normal member, and then that next year I was actually the treasurer. So all of last year I was the treasurer of Marketing Club, and then this year, the first half of the year, I was actually co-president. My other co-president, Danielle, she actually graduated this December. Okay. So now it's just me running the whole organization.
Ooh, wow.
But I don't actually know when the Marketing Club itself has started. I know it was years and years and years ago, but
Yeah.
Yeah.
How are you adjusting to the sole leadership?
I do have to say it's a lot, obviously. It's going from having half the responsibility to the whole responsibility, so it's double the amount of work, but we're getting through it. We had a really good semester last semester. We competed in a national marketing competition.
Yep.
It was the first time we did that, so that was really cool, and we're really just excited about this next semester and getting things rolling.
Ooh, that's very cool. So now to the man himself.
Oh,
let's
okay.
talk about marketing. What's your favorite logo of all time?
Oh,
Like corporate logo.
that's hard.
Brand campaign.
Brand campaign. Oh, that's a tough one, Lyndon.
It's a very geeky marketing
It's
question.
very geeky. It's bad that nothing's coming to my mind right now. It's making me seem less credible as the marketing club president.
Okay, what do you like better logo-wise, Coca-Cola or Pepsi?
Okay. Ooh. I mean, Coca-Cola is like so traditional, but the Pepsi icon is also very well known. So I might have to go with Pepsi on that one.
Yeah. Slam on Coca-Cola.
Well, I prefer
Update
I do prefer
update your
Coca-Cola, the drink. So
That's a hot take.
that is a very hot take, and I will go on record right now saying that I prefer Coca-Cola. I actually prefer Diet Coke, but
Okay, well.
we'll go with that.
Okay. What's the best designed toothpaste?
Well, the thing is, toothpaste is a low switching cost item. We're talking about this in my strategic management class right now.
Right.
So really, toothpaste don't differ a lot from brand to brand.
Sure.
So it's a low switching cost item. So they're all the same. That's my answer.
Okay, well, that's fair. Have you ever seen Tom's of Maine?
No.
Oh, okay. Well, it's very classic, very classy, old, traditional toothpaste. It makes me think of something that my grandfather would use.
Is that what you use, Lyndon?
I don't. I avoid that.
So are you trying to say you're not classy? Is that the statement you're making
The
here right
opposite
now?
of classy.
Oh, you're the opposite of
The opposite
classy.
of classy.
Okay.
Yeah.
That makes sense.
Yeah, down in the trenches. Just kinda,
That's your personality.
just
That's how I've
dirt
always known you.
toothpaste, Yeah. Yeah. Okay. Let's see here. One more question. What's your favorite movie poster?
Ooh, that's also hard. Oh, you're giving me all these hard questions. The Jaws movie poster is very iconic, I would say. That's
Very
the first one that came to my mind.
Yeah.
But rightfully so, because it's
Based on
very,
instinct.
very iconic. Yes.
Well,
Oh my
thank you.
God. Yes. Thank you so much for having me.
Yes. And now we go to Annie.
Norm. In sports, I'm Norman.
And I'm Grant.
Man, Christmas came early for Concordia's men's hockey team when they took on St. Olaf this weekend. They were able to sweep the Ollies by scores of 5-1 and 4-2. Scoring came often and everywhere for the Cobblers. Mario Briani, Aaron Hurd, and Tyler Bossett each had a strong showing as usual, as they combined for 4 of the 9 goals, and now account for nearly 2/3 of the Cobblers' total goals on the year. Freshman Jason Bracco also managed to score a goal in each of his last 3 games, making his 9th point of the season, second out of all freshmen in the MIAC. That brings Concordia record of 6-2-2 on the year and 3-0-1 in the MIAC. They look to extend their unbeaten streak to 6 tonight.
In men's basketball news, here's a blast from the past. The men's team traveled down to Hamlin University. Although the game didn't go as well as expected, they lost to the Pipers by a score of 78-68. They are now on a 3-game losing streak, but they have an overall record of 1-4 and a MIAC record of 0-1. But since it's their first ever conference game, that means there's still more games to compete for a playoff spot. Let's hope they do well against St. Mary's on December 5th at 7 p.m.
Santa checked Concordia hockey off his list twice because the women were able to pick up a sweep of their own against St. Olaf. The women were victorious by scores of 4-3 and 2-1. The Cobblers were down 3-1 in the third period of Game 1, but a trio of timely goals lifted the Cobblers to a 4-3 win with only a minute and a half to go in the game. The second game was more comfortable for Concordia, but not by much, as they held a 2-0 lead most of the game. Despite the close scores, Concordia outshot St. Olaf 63-39 and capitalized on twice as many power plays. The women are now 5-0-1 in conference play and will look to improve on their 5-3-1 record against Northland this weekend.
The women's team played away at Hamlin as well, but unlike the men, they came away with a victory, 63-50. They sure did bring the heat and the cold, and what a way to start their Mayotte Conference play. They still have more games to go in order to clinch a playoff spot. Their next game, away against St. Mary's on December 5th at 5 p.m. And now, let's go back to the hosts.
Thank you. All right, well, we are here with Erin today. How are you doing, Erin?
Pretty good.
Awesome. Your semester's off to a good start?
Yeah, it's been busy so far, but I mean, that's how I like it. I got kind of bored over Christmas break, which sounds kind of silly, but it's nice to be back.
That's good. That's good. Are you taking some good classes?
Yeah, I'm only taking one class for my major, which is kind of weird, but I'm a comm major, but I'm still in Olin all the time, so that's okay.
Good. So tell us about what you were involved with outside of the classroom.
Yeah, so I mean, one of them is Concordia On-Air, and then the other major club that I'm involved with is Cobbers in Action, and I'm also in choir and also have 2 on-campus jobs, but...
Oh, wow, so very busy. So tell us a little bit about this Cobbers in Action. It's fairly new, right?
Yeah, so Cobbers in Action was just started last year, so we're a young club. We're still trying to get our groundwork, working on kind of getting our media in place and all that, but we do service projects, so it's about intentional kindness over spontaneous evil. And so our idea is to do service projects. We do at least like 4 or 5 large ones per year, and then everyday kindness. So
that's really cool. So what is your role in that organization, or are you just a member?
Well, I just got onto the exec team this year, beginning of last semester. And so my role started out as like the student relations person, but it kind of transformed into me being the event planner, which sounds kind of silly because all we do is events. But it means that I do a lot of like the media for the events. I'm really the mom of the group, so I just make sure everything is organized.
Comm person. You're the PR, everything. That's awesome. Yeah. So what has been your favorite event to plan so far this year?
Ooh. That's a good question. I think my favorite has to have been our Bab's coffee shop buyout. Oh. Just because that was like the first event that I actually like got to plan.
Okay.
And it's one that they started 2 semesters ago, and so it was already had kind of its groundwork in place.
Sure.
So it was just fun to get people excited about that and see all the people who ended up coming.
And what was it? What did you do?
Yeah, so we go to Bab's Coffee Shop in downtown Fargo, and we buy them out for the night. So it's like, I think it was 2 hours, and we pay for all the coffee that people buy, and in turn they can donate money to Unseen, which is a human trafficking organization, or anti-human trafficking organization based in Fargo.
Oh, that's very cool. Very cool. So since this is a fairly new organization, what would be like your big goal to accomplish that if it's at its peak, what is it doing?
You know, what I'm most most excited about accomplishing is really just getting the club to a point where we can pass it on to people who are coming on, because we have a lot of people who attend like maybe one meeting or every once in a while. But my hope is that we can get some underclassmen, I'm still an underclassman, but some freshmen and other sophomores who are really excited about the organization to kind of take it on once we're done, because all of the exec team is sophomores right now. So
you guys still have 2 more years to grow it then.
Yes.
So at your senior year, you're going to pass it on, but are you going to add any new events? Are you going to do something huge?
That's a good question. I mean, right now we're just working on like adding an event every once in a while. I made them sit down and make a calendar of all the events we're doing this semester, so getting some organization there. But yeah, we're changing up our events every time, so making it different every semester.
Very cool. So if someone wanted to join this organization, how could they?
Yeah, so we have meetings every Thursday night at 8 p.m. in ISC 201. Come to the meetings. Otherwise, you can find us on Facebook or Instagram at Cobbers in Action.
That's wonderful. Thank you so much, Erin, for your time today.
Thank you.
Now over to A&E.
Welcome to A&E. I'm Parker Erickson.
And I'm Elise Higgins.
Join local nonprofit Fraser Ltd. in their 18th annual Festival of Trees this Friday. Come view approximately 150 beautifully decorated trees on display at the Fargo Dome. This event supports children with special needs, at-risk and homeless youth, and adults with intellectual disabilities. Decorated trees will go to families who would otherwise not have a tree for the holiday season. Fraser Ltd's focus this year is on empathy, which is the capacity to feel what other people are feeling.
Want to meet some new people and maybe make new friends? Then this Thursday, November 29th, is just for you. The Diversity, Equity, Inclusion Commission is hosting a platonic speed dating event in the Centrum from 7:30 to 9. Meet other students and share stories with one another. You may have never met them, but you may have passed by them on your way to class. Now is the time to get to know them and maybe become friends.
Are you in the festive spirit yet? Starting this Friday, November 30th to December 31st, Lindenwood Park is hosting its annual Holiday Lights Parade. The park will be open daily for the public from 5:30 p.m. to 10 o'clock. The admission price is $7 per car or van, or $6 with a canned good item, and $11 for buses or limousines. All proceeds from the event will go to the Fargo Moorhead area and benefit our local charitable sponsorships. Be sure to stop by. And now, we did load all the stories.
Concordia College was founded by a group of Norwegians and is also grounded in Norwegian tradition, minus the speaking part. If you're interested in learning what Norwegians do for Christmas or Jul, then Frode of Fargo has just the thing for you. This Friday, November 30th, Frode will be hosting a traditional Norse Christmas at the Kringen Lodge, 25 Sons of Norway in Fargo. There will be a kransekake, lax, jodkake, romegrot, flatbrød, lefse, and glog. Lots of it. Entertainment will also be provided with the front vendors and special guests, Charlie Johnson and the Moving Parts. The event starts at 6 p.m. with the dance starting at 8:30. You can purchase tickets at fargounderground.com. Maybe you'll learn a Norwegian carol or two, like... And now we'll toss it back to our hosts.
What a day, Lyndon.
Oh man, has it ever been?
Wonderful. Well, I think that's about it for us.
Yeah, I think we should wrap it up.
All right. Thank you for joining us. Have a good night.